The KFBK Afternoon News.
More content.
And more access than ever before.
On air, online, and on demand.
It's coverage you can count on.
Now the news continues with Kitty O'Neill and R.E. Gresswich on News Talk 1530 and KFBK.com.
3:19 now at KFBK with a focus on the film Crystal Darkness and the methamphetamine abuse today. Yeah, turn on your TV at 6:30 tonight. You'll know what we mean. The afternoon news has invited recovery success story Nyla Adame on the show. Nyla's been undergoing treatment at local Acres of Hope. The facility is a long-term center for homeless women and children.
Yep, and Nyla will join us right now on the afternoon news here at KFBK on the live line. Welcome, Nyla.
Welcome. Hi, how are you?
We're doing fine, thank you. We do appreciate you being here, and just relax. It's just a conversation with us here, and we wanted to hear your story. So tell us, how did you get, just so the listening audience can kind of get an understanding of how this is a horrible drug, but how does it work? Tell us how you first got involved with methamphetamine.
Well, I started at a young age drinking and using other drugs, and eventually I moved to a really small town, and when I got there, there was a lot of methamphetamines going around. And I tried a little bit in high school, but really nothing really big. But as I got older and I moved, it was just there, so I started doing it, and it slowly became an addiction for me. I moved through stages of it. I used to snort it, used to smoke it, and then used to inject it. So,
Nyla, what did it do for you that you couldn't stop using it? I mean, I know there was a point which we'll get to where you did, but what was it? What was the big appeal about it?
I don't know. I think the appeal of it is just the feeling it gives you. It just gives you energy, and it makes you feel like you can do anything. And at the point when I started injecting it, it was more of an addiction to the rush. There was a rush that came with it that was very addicting.
Nyla, did someone lead you to this? Did someone say, hey, Nyla, you've got to try this stuff? Was there some guy? Was there somebody that did that, an enabler?
Yeah, when I used to experiment with it, it was just for fun. And then when I moved, I got into my long-term relationship with my ex, and he was always doing it, so it was always available.
That doesn't help. Well, we understand you did try to quit, and you were successful at one point. Is that right?
I tried quitting. I got pregnant with my first son, and I quit during that period of time. So.
And then what happened? How did you get back?
It wasn't hard. It was there. It was just always around, and everybody I knew did it, so it was just easy to start doing it again.
Nolly, this is not a judgment against you, rather probably a commentary on how strong that drug is. But there you were, a new mother with a child, and yet even the responsibility of being a mother and love of a child couldn't keep you away from it. Can you talk about that? How were you feeling then?
It wasn't easy. The drug took over everything that meant anything to me. I really had no reality in life, and I can honestly say because of the drug, I wasn't a mother. I did not take care of my responsibilities. I was not able to support myself. And because of this drug, I, drug my child through some rough times and bad relationships and bad friendships and just in things that no child should see.
And Nyla, tell us how you reached that point where you said, this has got to stop.
Well, in the town that I lived in, there was no anything. I had no idea about recovery. I had no idea that there was meetings. I had no idea that there was anything. I was completely blocked off from the world of recovery, and I knew I had to quit. I was 5 months pregnant, and I was using, and I needed the help, and I just didn't know how to reach out to get it. Fortunately, I was arrested, and I went to jail, and I bailed out and went to a program.
And tell us about the program. This is where the story gets hopeful.
Yeah. Well, I've been through 2 programs. They were really good programs. Now I'm in Acres of Hope, and this program is amazing. It doesn't just work on drug and alcohol issues. It works into the core of you, and it really helps you try to change with what's going on in the inside and past issues, and it really is, it's just wonderful. It is a wonderful program.
And how are your kids doing?
My kids are fantastic. My older son is learning how to be more respectful and to use his words, and my little boy is just blossoming. He is learning too, and they're just great.
Well, Nyla, we're about out of time, but I imagine that many of our listeners who are hearing this story are just pulling for you to stay nice and clean and raise that lovely family of yours. And they're so grateful that you were able to break free of really what is just such a monster and has ruined and is ruining so many people's lives. So Acres of Hope, you obviously would recommend them.
I would recommend Acres of Hope to anybody, yes.
Hey, Nyla, we want to wish you the very, very best. We want to thank you for your time and for your candor and honesty with us and our listeners. I hope maybe you've touched some people here. I hope, and maybe save somebody from some of your experiences.
Yes.
All right, Nyla, we wish you the very best, huh?
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That is Nyla Adame, and she's a recovering methamphetamine addict, as she said there. And of course, her success is now she's clean and sober at the point here, and she's owing her thanks right now to Acres of Hope.
Acres of Hope, funded through individual donations. For info on their program or how you can help, log on to acresofhopeonline.org or